So I was like,
I'm taking some of those courses. There's good stuff on there.
yeah, there's some good stuff. So I was like, let's just start with the photography. So I started real small for them. At the time, it was huge for me. It was like $5,000 a month. Um, so I pitch them on this and they say yes. What's that?
You had to fly out to to this proposal or to this meeting?
No. So the first proposals are all online. So
Okay.
I sent a proposal in, and I did enough research to know Skillshare was very, very competitive. Online education is one of the top 5 most competitive spaces on Google search. So I knew it was crazy competitive, but I also knew they had a big budget. So I was like, you know what? I didn't pitch them on doing the whole site because that would be a big dive off. I was like, let me just pitch them on something small. So I said, you know what, instead of doing your whole site, let me focus on your photography category, right, Gabe? You probably don't take Skillshare photography courses, but they do have one. And I've heard it's good. I haven't taken it either. So
I'm taking some of those courses. There's good stuff on there.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. So I was like, let's just start with the photography. So I started real small for them. At the time, it was huge for me. It was like $5,000 a month. So I pitch them on this and they say yes. So I maybe, 3-4 months into this point, right? Where when I signed up didn't know what SEO stood for. They don't teach that at ExxonMobil. So I'm like 4 months and have no idea what's going on. And I'm pitching Skillshare on doing SEO for their photography site. They say yes. And it's like, okay, shit, I guess we'll figure something out. So luckily, I'm very, very lucky sometimes. Luckily, they were close. They're on the second page, okay? And moving something on the second page to the first page is a lot easier than moving something that doesn't exist to the first page. So they're on the second page. We do a couple of small things, like a couple of links. I think I bought some influence from you guys for Skillshare because, of course, I did. And threw some of that out there, wrote some additional content, and end up pushing them onto the first page for their photography category page. It takes like 3 months. So I'm doing my monthly report and they're like, hey, we're really happy with the work you've done. Why don't you come out to our headquarters and let's talk about expanding this engagement to the whole site? Cool, let's make it happen. So their headquarters is in the East Village in New York City. So I fly to New York City. And now definitely at this point, I have my suit on, still no tie because it just didn't feel right. They're in the village.
No, yeah, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You get there.
No, it's not right. It's not right. But, suit, no tie. But I did bring my little projector, and I had some PowerPoint ready. I figured they would appreciate that. So I go into their office and I walk into the waiting room and I say, hey, I'm Caleb. I'm here to meet, my contact name to talk about SEO. And so you guys so sitting in the waiting room is Rand Fishkin, right? The founder of Moz.
Yeah.
One of
a big deal you're going up against.
Yeah, like the SEO guys. There aren't any celebrities in SEO. If there were, like Rand Fishkin would be at the top of that list. He has like the very fun hair and the goatee. He looks exactly like that in person. So Rand, and I recognize him because I pay for Moz, right? So I know who Rand Fishkin is. I watch his like Friday whiteboard sessions. So I was like, oh my God, that's
Did
Rand.
He have a suit and a projector too? Or
no, he didn't. So I had to one up.
But this is why I didn't win the job, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Rand, that's sloppy.
So it's like I'm freaking out, right? 9 months ago, I didn't know what SEO stood for, and now I'm pitching SEO against Rand Fishkin. Like, what's happening right now?
Skillshare, right? That's Skillshare.
Yeah, exactly.
Insane. Exactly. All from an Upwork proposal.
All from Upwork. From Upwork. Yeah. Like, when would I get a chance to talk to Skillshare? Except they posted a job on Upwork. They're looking for some SEO work.
Wow.
So I strike up a conversation with Rand. We're on a first name basis now because we're both in that waiting room. And I was like, very politely trying to figure out, what the hell are you doing here? And I find out that he's not there to pitch them on SEO. Thankfully, Rand does not take SEO clients anymore.
Thank God.
He's there because Skillshare hired him record a training course on how to do SEO. So if you go to Skillshare and you search for Rand Fishkin, you will find his training course, and just know that, 20 minutes before he recorded that, I was shitting my pants about this pitch I was just about to do. Okay. So just next time you're there, like just feel my pain that I thought I was pitching against this guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, so I go into the meeting, I set up my projector, it's great. And they decided to move forward with the larger engagement for the whole website. And they had very clear goals that they wanted to hit at the end of 9 months. And it was a multi-5-figure engagement. And they said yes to it, which was absolutely terrifying. Even more so than the first one they said yes to, because now they're paying multiple 5 figures and I committed to a bunch of goals. And I don't really know what the hell is happening or what I'm doing. So that's, that story right there. That experience was just like, from Upwork. Yeah.
It's insane. To me, that's like one of those, first of all, obviously the belief that builds for you, I'm sure, of going like, dude, I just posted on this thing. I just learned this new skill set, and you got a 5-figure 5-month contract, 6 months. How long was it?
9 months.
That doesn't suck.
It does not suck. Not even a little bit.